Hello, everyone. Welcome to my new classroom. I had a bit of a surprise. I found out that I was moving shortly before the school year started. Tonight is open house, so I have all my posters up, and parents will be getting here in about half an hour. Hopefully, it's been stormy. So I hope whenever you're seeing this that you are having a wonderful day. Feel free to leave me a comment and tell me all about it. Today, I want to move into one of the parts of speech that is a little more complex, the preposition. What makes prepositions challenging is that they're ordinary words that we use a lot, such as of, from, or with, so native speakers are very familiar with them. But they're not as easy to define as, say, nouns, person, place, or thing, or idea, verbs, which are doing words, or adjectives and adverbs, which describe. Prepositions are words that show relationships between other pieces in a sentence or a clause, whether it's words or phrases. Quite often, it's the relationship between nouns, as in, the plate is on the table. The bird is in the tree. I got a present from my sister. But not always. In the sentence, we went to the store, the prepositional phrase to the store connects the noun store back to the verb went. Where did we go? To the store. Now, chances are good that you're probably going, this is easy. Why do we have to study prepositions? I already know this. What makes prepositional phrases tricky is that sometimes it looks like the subject of a clause is in the prepositional phrase, but it never is. Nope. Never, ever. And so this can create problems with structure, fragments, run-ons, subject-verb agreement errors, and sometimes confusing things that, look, I don't know what they are, but they're not sentences. Here's an example that shows one of the most common problems, subject-verb agreement. The top of the bookshelves need to be dusted. See, it's tempting to think that the subject of the sentence is bookshelves because they need to be dusted, right? The bookshelves? No. According to this sentence, only the top part is dusty, apparently. So it's only the top that needs to be dusted. Capiche? This is more often a problem when the subject of the clause is an indefinite pronoun, as in the sentence, each of the birds is singing. It's tricky because, of course, we think, hey, there's multiple birds singing. But the key is that birds isn't the subject of the sentence. The subject is the indefinite pronoun each, which is always singular. How is this possible? Well, we are talking about multiple birds, but the word each means we're talking about them one at a time. A clearer example might be the sentence, each of these pens is a different color. You can kind of see the fact that I'm not talking about all of the pens at once. My point is that this pen is purple, this one is red, this one is green, and this one is blue. I'll have a video with a more detailed explanation of indefinite pronouns later. Check the description. If I've finished it by the time you see this, hopefully, I'll remember to add a link to it. Fingers crossed. Additionally, a prepositional phrase will never contain a simple verb or a verb phrase. Take a look at this sentence. Deontay got his excellent physique from exercising daily. At first glance, it seems that exercising is the verb. It's what he's doing, right? But the verb's actually got. In this example, exercising is what's called a gerund, a verb with an ing ending that acts as a noun. Gerunds can even be used as the subject of a sentence. Exercising wears me out easily. In this sentence, exercising is the subject, the verb is wears. I'll also have a video about gerunds later on. Native speakers, don't assume that just because something sounds right, it's actually correct as far as standard use. Additionally, when you're learning another language, be ready to be even more confused by prepositions because this part of speech is probably the least likely to have a direct counterpart every time. A common example is the preposition for in English, which in Spanish might be represented by either por or para, depending on the situation. Therefore, likewise, be patient with people who use the wrong preposition. A non-native speaker may have difficulty understanding the difference between at the table and on the table. This difference seems obvious to us as native speakers, but if there isn't a corresponding difference in their native language, it's going to be far less clear. There are a lot of prepositions in English. I have a poster in my classroom that lists some of the most common ones. The catch is that many of these can be used in other ways as well, most often as adverbs, but also in other ways as well. In the sentence, anyone following Suki will have a very scenic drive. Following Suki is a prepositional phrase, but following can also be used as a main verb. Ethan is following Suki. Or as a gerund. Following Suki will get you there quickly. As with other grammatical puzzles, and as I've said before, and as I will no doubt say again, the key is to think about how the words are being used. I've linked some explanations that include preposition lists down in the description, as well as some opportunities for practice. What I've found most helpful is to become familiar with the structure of prepositional phrases and just be aware to check for them when you proofread, because you always should check your work so that you do your best. That's all for this lesson. I would love to have your feedback down in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye for now.